Good morning, good morning. Hope everybody's doing okay. Good morning. I actually got the starting soon correct. We're not ending the beginning of the stream, and so that's always a good sign. But hey, everybody, let me know if you can hear me okay. Make sure everything's working fine. And I need to work on getting some chill music to kind of play in the background that I would enjoy listening to versus what YouTube allows me to listen to, kind of that stuff. I've got some music going on in the background. So I don't feel like wearing headphones this morning. But, hopefully I don't know if you guys can hear it. I have it very low, so I doubt it comes through, but if it's, like, messing with the sound, just let me know. If you're hearing weird little pops or flecks or something like that, just let me know. I will turn it off, and I'll figure out something else. Let me see here. Um But we've got a lot of people here in the chat this morning, this nice little Tuesday. Nice Tuesday. I see Grape over there on Kick because we are live over there on Kick. And then over here, DL was here. First things first, throwing everything at us, but the kitchen sink. Jonathan Reyes saying good morning. I just kind of popped in. I don't think I've ever actually watched a full show of X-Ray Girl and Tugs's show, and, maybe I should. I popped in to say hello. Rogie, good morning. Good morning. I'll be back at 8. Fine by me. I Canalist, good morning, and, Real Steven TV just saying hello, hello. Um, is that an Isom shirt? Yes, it is. Small secret, but I've never actually read I've read Yaira, I just haven't read Isom, but somebody gave me the shirt, and then I kinda modified it because all the shirts are made for men. I don't care if they say unisex. It would be kind of nice if they made some female shirts. Kinda tired of T-shirts. So I modified it. I've got, like, some cuts in the sleeve. I did some cuts in the back just to make it look kinda cool, girly, and hip. Hello to Logical Spark. Well, welcome in, everybody. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, there's a fly. Okay, well, we're starting off the morning strong. I'm not really sure. We've got from Fear the Beardo. Thank you. A 150. I don't have. Thank you for the great artwork you made for me. Going to post it on Twitter X soon. Have a great stream. Yeah, I did some work for Beardo. Oh, thank you. I don't have a proper. We're just gonna play all of them.
Today is Friday. Today is Friday. Strong, strong, roar, roar. Let's dance like dinosaurs. Strong, strong, roar, roar. Oh, fried chicken, you're my heart's desire. Thank you for the joy you show. I am the one to be your favorite. I am the one to be your favorite.
Sorry, I forgot I had that on a loop. Thank you, Beardo. Fear the Beardo, everybody. Round of applause. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting and feeding the artist. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy the artwork. Hope it brings you much success in your endeavors on the internet. Subscribe to Fear the Beardo for bro science and lots of gaming. Interesting. What do you mean interesting? That was amazing. This is a much better live stream than the one I was just listening to. Oh my. What were you listening to, Jonas? Good morning. It's Chrysanth, my favorite wallflower. Good morning. Thank you, Chrysanth, for taking care of that person over on stream. It's been a little while since we've had the weirdos. Isom Impact, good morning, friend. I hope you're working hard on your creative endeavors, and we're about to do some creative endeavors ourselves over here. Freddie, good morning. I see some people coming in, but once again, I just want to highlight and say thank you, sir. Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, so I wanna be before we get to the artwork, because you saw it's gonna be like Fortnite Chibiness, I kinda wanna do some of my own thumbnails for my streams, and so I thought, why not? You can see over here on my little screen that I've done quite a few. For those that have been around, you know that I've done, lots of artwork with my friends, and I started making little comic strips, and I haven't done that in a little while. I haven't been quite as inspired. Plus, I've been traveling, I've been visiting with family, and working on other projects that I'll let you guys know about here in the near future. But before we get into that, I'll be real with you. Like most of you know that I am a follower of Christ and I love Jesus and all the good stuff that goes along with that. But I'll tell you what, I haven't really been faithful in reading my Bible in a long time. So I'm going to drag you all along really quickly, kind of like pushing myself to read the Bible. I'm going to read apparently where I last left off because I didn't even remember where I last left off. I know it's terrible. Thank you, Jesus, for your forgiveness. But in Proverbs 17, I'm not gonna read the whole chapter, but I highlighted a verse, and I actually took the time to memorize it, and I need to focus on it more in my life. I think it's very fitting for, like, the mood I've kind of felt from time to time, and, you interact with people. But if you've never heard it, it's, Proverbs 17:14 says, "The beginning of strife is as when one letteth out water. Therefore leave off contention before it be meddled with." And I do read the King James, so some people are not really comfortable with that because it kinda sounds Shakespearean and whatnot. I grew up with it, so it's pretty familiar to me. But, just to read it again, "The beginning of strife is as when one letteth out water. Therefore leave off contention before it be meddled with." And it was a verse that I really, really wanted to memorize because it's kind of like, don't get started in something. I don't wanna say that you can't finish, but, like, don't if you start meddling in other people's problems, if you start meddling in your own problems as far as, like, you open the door to thinking about negativity and stuff like that, it's like opening the gate, like opening the floodgates, as it basically is saying. So it says, "Leave off contention." So it's like, don't even mess with it before anything starts. Leave it all let it go before you meddle with it. And so I wanna get back into reading my Bible. I used to really enjoy it, and I got so much out of it, and it's such an important part of my life. But life changes and getting busy, and that's why I'm so thankful that God is gracious and forgiving. But I was just like, that's a great verse to start going back into the Bible with. "The beginning of strife is as when one letteth out water." 'Cause you can't hold back water. Like, it's like, it just you can't hold it back, like, with your bare hands. You just it's just like it just comes at you. So it's like, leave it alone, don't even meddle with it. When you see it, just leave it alone. Jonah's coming in here with that other kinda nonsensical stuff that people no, I'm just kidding. The NASB, the National American Standard Bible? I don't know. "The beginning of strife is like letting out water, so abandon the quarrel before it breaks out." That's what I said, Jonas, okay? What, you got a problem with my KJV? Come at me. Um, Rogie's back, welcome in. Let me get started with some artwork, but yeah, I just wanted New American Standard 1995. Get that stuff outta here. I like the old I'm picking on you, Jonas. The application is still the same. It's like just like what Jonas was saying, it's like you see some confrontations, you see a problem starting, if you don't wanna add it to your life and let it flood you, just leave it alone. Just don't even get started, don't even dabble in it, don't even look at it. Don't even look at it. Old Renaissance boomer? What is it? Alright, so that being said, speaking of strife, I'm gonna do a picture of my friends and I playing Fortnite. Playing Fortnite, and so I've got a bunch of inspiration. Hang on, I gotta get this out of the way. My microphone is like, yeah. I need to maybe get one from the ceiling that hangs down in front of my face. Maybe that's okay. Let me know if you can still hear me okay. Uh, you're in the writing process. Excellent. We all need to be in the writing process. Retro Collective, how are you? I assume you're at work? I'm assuming you're lurking, but, alright, so here we go. Let me get rid of some of my reference images, and I'll organize them here in just a second. I started this last year or early this year, and it was during the Fortnite phase when they had, like, Black Panther and stuff like that, and they had those claws, and so I that was, like, my weapon of choice. I really like those. By the way, you can follow me on Kick for my gaming, dreaming_Tabitha. But Nomi was, like, sadistically addicted to the chainsaw, and so that I was gonna make her the crazy person in the middle here. And, you love the split fiction one with Joe? I know, I love that. I'm thinking about getting it printed out and put it on my wall. I laugh, like, every time I see it. But then I have this mysterious figure over here who I was going to make it into Joe, but then I when we were playing with Sevi, she was saying how much she really loved the sniper rifle, so maybe I might make this Sevi, and I don't know, I might put Joe somewhere just because you know what, I like picking on Joe because, number 1, Joe can take it, all my friends can take it, it's a wonderful friendship that we have. I think it'd be really funny to have, like, Joe off in the back doing something, kinda like my split fiction one, where she's just kind of like I don't know, falling from the sky or something. I don't know, I just think it would be funny. Again, if you've seen my split fiction artwork, just where she's panicking is, like, the perfect I don't know, I think it's hilarious. And so, I'm not quite sure yet, we're gonna figure that out. Right now, this you can tell this is in the development stage, kinda getting an idea of where everything needs to go. My Chibis have definitely, um, grown, and so I've got a bunch of, inspiration around here. I might start over, but at least with one character. So that's what we're gonna do, and so I'm trying to make my own thumbnails for my gaming streams. I think it'd be a lot of fun. We'll see how it goes. Um, Rizkit says, "That's why I appreciate Jay getting me to start a men's Bible guardy study group. Helps me be accountable for daily communication." Yes, yes. I don't remember a Bible verse specifically for that, but I'm sure it's in there where it's like getting in well, I guess that's kinda what church is for, kind of like an accountability buddy, not to pressure people into it, but it's just kind of like, "Hey, it's good for you. You should join us." Off to the side. "Hey, good morning, morning, Alf." Rody has gifted us see, I don't have that's all I got. So
What?
they're gonna try to take these that's all you got? No, I'm just kidding. Thank you for gifting the Dream Stream 1 membership there, Rody. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Church is great when things go wrong. I learned that at hard time. Yeah, it can be, depending. It can be. But I think everybody in these days at church, in America at least, has had a hard going with some stuff at church. But when you remember and you realize that, number 1, everybody's broken, everybody's trying, um, just because maybe the church hurt you doesn't mean that it's not God's will to be involved or, um, we're supposed to be able to help one another. The Bible even talks about how we're supposed to talk to one another when we have problems at church, so, Psalm 133:1, "How good and how pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity." I believe there should be a behold in there somewhere, at least that's what my KJV says. I like me a good behold. "Behold, how good and pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity." But again, I kid you guys, like, it's the same thing. Like, it is. It's good and pleasant. There's power in unity. Um, and now times are poor Maria got clipped. Yeah, she did. Um, alright. I love the Bible talk, by the way. Love it. Alright, so let me see if I can get my head screwed on straight here. I think that this character here would be great for Nomi's character. That's I even though these are my thumbnails, we're gonna put Nomi in the center. Of course. She deserves hang on. We are gonna attempt to have a gaming stream tonight, by the way. So, me and the gal, we're on Kick. What time? I'm not sure. I'm streaming with my friends, so it could be 7, it could be 9, just be on the lookout. Follow. Alright. I think because I have a clearer vision as to what I want Nomi's character to look like, we're gonna start off with her character. Now, I think that it's not, in a bad way, but I'm going to just for the sake of speed I'm going to somewhat trace over I know, dare I say that I'm going to trace over a character that's somebody else's, but I'm going to modify it. I'm not big into, like, the boots and stuff. I just wanna get the general idea. Um, I do this sometimes, and then I alter it to how my style would be because everybody's got something different. So, let me see. I've been doing a different art style, so let me see if I can remember how I do things. Hey, psychotic mongoose, saw you there over on X-Ray Girls. Okay, so we're gonna get the peppermint. Yes, we are. That comes with Procreate. Got our little blue. I'm going to lower the opacity of the character just so you can I have the general gist of what I am seeing, and then I will modify it to my style. By the way, this cup was generously gifted to me by Nomi. It has a special name, this type of cup. I don't know what it is. Some Spanish nonsense. Um, she'll have to ask. Oh, I know. I need to do a picture of Joe's secret cyborg child. Oh, how did I forget to draw Sylvester? Oh, well, anyway. All right, so, again, I'm just using this as kind of a general guideline here. I always start off with the circle and, so one of the reasons why, because 'cause I've been doing Chibis for years now, and I'm pretty good. But I will say that something that I struggle with are different angles and exaggerations for the body type. If you look at most of my TVs, which by the way, a lot of what's gonna be on Etsy, it's gonna be shifted over to the Fourth Wall, the new company that goes through YouTube now, or that I can go through YouTube. If you are interested in anything on my Etsy shop, I've been seeing people favorite a lot of my items. Wanna purchase it through Etsy and you want it right now, order it now because I'm going to be shutting down my Etsy shop and transferring everything. Throwing that out there. Um, and, yeah, there are a lot of these and thous. I'm not real I'll be honest with you, I don't understand why people have such a problem with these and thous. It literally just means thee is means you, thou, it just means you, thy, it just means yours. So, I mean, some people everybody reads differently, and so for me, like I said, I grew up with it, so it's just, like, second nature for me to understand, and yeah, behold is used in the older translation. I love me a good behold, and there was suddenly among the angels or whatever that verse is about Mary. So anyway, but I was saying something about chibis. Oh, I have a hard time with some of the like, I have never drawn a chibi like this. I did this one on my but learning these different kinds, you can see the difference here. It's a little bit chunkier and not in a good way. So I'm not gonna make Nomi's character quite as gangly as this character, I think, but I just need it for a general understanding of where all the body parts should go. Have fun at work, Renaissance boomer. I know. You know, what is it that saying? Don't do whatever you like whatever you do. Find the joy that you can in what you do, even though I know it's hard. But that's okay because Beardo made it Friday this morning, so it's okay. It's automatically Friday for, like, the next 40 minutes, so I got you. Alright, so what I always do is I start off with the circle for the head, and then we do our little cheeks here, and Nobi's little face. Nobi and I were talking the other day about couples therapy. We're gonna, you know Dak, thank you for the follow. Um We wanna get back to couples therapy just with the current job and everything that she has right now, she's just not able to dedicate time to streaming like she should. Understand. I've read through the Dewey Rhymes Bible, and boy, that is tough one to get through. I had a whole notebook tech next to me. I've never even heard of that one. TBH, Chrysanth, I've never even heard of that. Tabitha, I appreciate you posting some of your work on X-ray stuff. Thank you. Yeah, just trying to put it out there. Dax says, "Good evening. It's morning over here." Blue sunshine. All right. So, like I said, I've got this body here, but the way that I do my bodies are like these little kind of like gourd things, teardrop thing. And it's probably a little too long. Like I don't really give neck. It's the original Catholic translation. Ah, ah. Well, then I guess that's the reason I've never read it. I'm not Catholic, so I've never. Never dabbled in the arts. Um, I think I've read the ESV. Um, no, I don't think I know. I've read some portions of the ESV. Now, you want a Bible that you can have a good time and laugh at, and I don't mean that sacrilegious or sacrilegious? That's the word. I don't mean that blasphemously or sacrilegiously. Like, I'm talking like just because everybody's different and, um, w some languages are funnier than others, is the, like, Hawaiian Pigeon, is that what it's called? Bible? Uh, you guys should listen to that. It's hang on. My friends and I were laughing at that. Gosh, I've got this fly I'm trying to get rid of. Excuse me. Where are you at? Hawaiian Pigeon Bible. You can find it on the, Bible app, Hawaiian Pigeon Bible Ministries, HPB. Give it a listen. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. No, you cannot have my WhatsApp, but you can follow me on Dreaming Tabitha over on Instagram. All you gonna get out of me. Coffee time, I'm struggling, I hear that. I had to step away to handle some business and make more coffee. I understand the elixir of life. You guys, your gaming streams with Nomi are so much fun. Yeah, they are. I laugh. I laugh so much. Puffy shirt and Dak, you guys need to go get a drink of water and calm down. You don't need me that much. I will be of no benefit to your life. It is, Rizkit. I just bought Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 remastered. Nice. Sounds like someone said have a good fun stream. Alright, so let's see. Let's focus, Leonard. Let's focus. Alright, so then we got, like, these nice thighs. We're gonna just give we give Moss the cake thighs, but we're going to give Nomi some, some nice thighs here. Kinda like when I was drawing Sevi, it's like we paid a lot of attention to her ears, so we paid a lot of attention to her mouth. Mod me. Are you not a mod on you're a moderator on Kick, but not on YouTube, right? Brisket? How do I do that? Let's see. I don't know how to do things on the fly. Let's have a look-see. Brisket earns the privilege. I think that works. I've met Rizgit in person, makes a big difference. So if you're gonna be like, "Hey, add me," please don't do that. Um, uh, Rizgit's good people. Like, I've met him several times in person. So, here we go. Thank you, Chrysanth. See, Chrysanth has to moderate my moderating. I appreciate that. Alright, here we go. Well, Puffy Shirt, I can't know that you're ugly. Maybe you are, but I can't know that. You're just words on a screen. Thank you, Chrysanth, for taking care of apparently ugly men on the internet. I have met Chrysanth in person as well, so, only one time, but, that one time meant the world to me. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's focus. Got this. And then with my style, I usually leave the feet just kind of basic. I just kinda, like, you curve off and then you point them. I don't really give much to the feet, something like this. Adam Full, hello. Play Fall Guys? Oh, we should. That game, I laugh so hard. Bonding over being that's right. That's right. So, see, this character has a lot of, like, squared edges. I prefer the rounded, rounded. So, like I said, um if you're ever worried about, can I trace over somebody's, um, artwork, you can, but there are things that you need to you use it for practice. Nomi and I had a conversation about this recently, and it was just, you know, like, she totally understands where it's coming from, I just sometimes have the thing, like, where I need to explain myself because it's like, "Oh, did she catch me tracing?" No, um, but People don't understand and I'm not saying no me, I'm saying, like, in general, people don't understand that, all everybody starts out somewhere, right? You gotta trace, you gotta figure it out because not everything is to our understanding. But one of the big differences is, are you tracing and then using it and claiming it as your own if you're tracing, blah, blah, blah. But, you can see here I've used the body, but my shape is very different. Um, like I said, I'm gonna modify it to my needs, but I needed it as a reference, you know? I just basically instead of having the picture over to the side, I just have it behind, and it makes all the difference in the world. I keep rewinding the stream on accident. Do I multi-stream? I do. I am live over here on YouTube and then over there over on Kick. Welcome in. Alright, so here we go. Let's figure out this foot. Sometimes then the reference, like this one, it kinda gets in my way. Like, I've got a good idea now of what I'm doing, but now it's like, "Okay, this is gotta change things." Brigida says, "Hi." Hello. Alright, see this leg here is a little bit too skinny for my little chibis. My chibis tend to be a little bit chubbier. They tend to put on that Thanksgiving weight for all of my stuff here. And just kinda get rid of some of these lines that I can understand better. Might be too much, yeah. I think I need to move it a little more, make these legs a little fatter. So this is just the sketching phase. If it looks ugly and crappy and stuff like that, it's supposed to. It's supposed to. Kick on my phone has been acting terribly, so I'm using my laptop. Kick, yeah, Kick seems like it's going through some stuff. Yeah. It's still, a great place to stream and watch and whatnot, but it seems like it's kinda going through. So, let's get rid of some of these lines so I can better understand if things are looking right. She looks really funny right now. It's a very thick leg. Here, let's make it a little skinny. And then, yeah, I usually make the feet rounder. I know this needs to be that's the same thing as, like, what is it called? Forced perspective or something. Chrisanne, thank you. I'll drink some. Like, the forced perspective or whatever it's called, as a self-taught artist, I don't know all the words that I'm learning, like, it just it can be very difficult to understand. That's why I have these references too, like these exaggerated poses and whatnot, because it's like, okay, I'm not like a comic book artist by any stretch of the imagination, but I copy what other people say, what other people do, and try to manage that, and it's like, okay, this foot probably should be bigger. I like, also that's its style, like, how exaggerated do you want things to be? Because I think one of the references where's it at? Like, you look at this and it's like this leg is, like, coming out for days and all that, and it's like, okay. But, again, figuring out. I think some exaggeration would be really fun in this. I mean, it's Fortnite for crying out loud. So that for if you're just stepping in, that's what we're doing right now. I'm creating some thumbnails for my gaming streams, game over on Kick, but I also have, a gaming channel, Dreaming Tabitha Dreaming_Tabitha Gaming. That's why I don't use the Kick app. It's trash from Foundation, and they didn't fix it. I don't know that it's trash, but they do seem to be like, they seem to be this is my humble opinion. Dimitri, my man, if you're out there, look, I support Kick. Thank you so much for everything that you've done. But from a critique standpoint, you guys are so fixated, it seems like, on getting popular people onto your app that you're not fixing the problems that still stand. This is my observation. You're so focused on getting Osmond Gold and all these other people on your app, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's good business. But it's like, but you're not fixing real problems. You're not upgrading better things on the app. Why, I don't know. Your goals seem to be just gaining traction without userability, if that makes sense. Yeah, growing pains. Yeah. Alright, so that's a good foot. I think we've got a good foot for Nomi. And then, an arm. See, the thing about the Chibis, they have really short arms. So, like, this guy's got, like, really stretched out. He's kinda got, like, this, like, Mickey Mouse goofy arm, you know? So, let's just see what we can do with that. I might have to put this image back underneath here just to kinda give me an idea of where things are gonna go. I definitely have a hard time with, like, the fists and where they need to go. So I kinda use them as a reference as well. I try to make things look more rounded. That's my personal preference. So let's see if this works. And kind of like weird looking thumbs. I kinda like that as well. Here we go. Let me then kinda I typically, my TVs only ever have 3 fingers or 4 fingers, so there's that as well. Of course, this will be kinda covered up. Hey, Spider Unlimited, good morning. By the way, if you are a member of the channel, I just released my Fantastic Four coloring page here on YouTube and over on Patreon. So if you wanna get access to that, and by the way, let me just kinda show everybody my most recent coloring page. Obviously, this one's colored, the one that you get access to, just is the outlines, it's not the colors themselves. I leave that up to you how you would like to color it, but this is what it could look like if you wanted to try and practice. So there's lots of other coloring pages that you would have access to with the membership program, like I said, either here or over on Patreon, and, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've seen some people do the coloring pages and, in their own style, and they turned out really, really cool. So if you like to color and you wanna, like, follow along on how I color mine and just learn and try to practice some of that stuff, feel free. Here we go. Alright, so we got that, and apparently she needs an arm. My chibi's arms, like I said, they're kinda I guess we really have to exaggerate this one to accommodate well, the other thing is too, and then this is where I have to then, like, move gosh, this darn fly, move this character over here because I need to get my not chainsaw, my reference, Fortnite chainsaw. There it is. Oh, it's very beautiful. Um, that's perfect, this person. I wonder if instead of having Nomi with, like, fist over here holding this above, if I need to have it where it's, like, 2 hands. Although it's kinda cool looking at it like this. So this is again why we're in the practice stage. Um, let's see, we have to make her arms probably a little bit longer here, and then it would be a nice big old hand, a nice fist. Let's see, what does this look like? This is the perfect picture. It's Wolverine. Um, it's a where'd it go? A Wolverine holding up a chainsaw. It's perfect. It's brilliant. I should just import that over here and kinda copy that copy that. So let's see, how does this work? Thumb kinda goes here, something like that. Um Let's see, Psychotic Mongoose celebrates their subscription for 15 months. What? I know some people over there were saying that, they have a 12 next to their name, and, I think the next emote next to a person's name is something well, it's something else. I just don't remember what that was. Let me look really quickly. So, like, the next, um, channel, community let's see. The no, 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 let's go over here. Checkpoint sub badges. Yeah, the next one is supposed to be a year and a half because I kinda got tired, like, I didn't get tired of it, like, Kick only has it for a year, year and a half, 2 years, 2 and a half, so that after you reach the 12 months, it doesn't have, like, 13 or, stuff like that, so, sorry, I can't help that. I can't convince myself to contributing to furthering Plato's accurate this is mine, Rizky, what are you talking about? What do you what th this doesn't look a thing like Pedro Pascal. You're not supporting Pedro by doing Fantastic Four color. You just come on. That's just a good old Reed Richards. Let's see. This is gonna be tough to do this chainsaw. I think I might need to oops, we might have to do this on a different layer. Let's see real quickly. Let me get it in a different color. So, got like this, this, and it goes up, and then we got this, this. Oh my god, this goes this way. That one here. It's gonna be the worst chainsaw in the history of mankind. Alright, now we go this way. Maybe I don't need to make it look exactly like the one in the game. Maybe, but we got something going on here. It looks like a powerful tool. Well, that's the main thing, right? Something like that, and, of course, then it will have its little spiky things. It's just a reference, guys, just a reference, something like so, wow, that turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to. Oh, you're speaking on seeing the movie. Yeah, I know, a lot of people are divided over the movie. Um, Overall, I enjoyed it. I would watch it again. I firmly believe that Pedro Pascal was terribly cast, very much miscast for this role, but overall, it was a good movie. I liked it. I would watch it again. Yeah, I will say I don't really think this season is as good, Risk It, as the last Fortnite season. Man, that turned out so much better than I thought it would, for reference. I think it makes Nomi look pretty crazy. I'm down with that. I just kinda wonder if it needs to be more like this. So, hang on a second. Let me lower her character down. She's clearly just jumping way too high. Let me make sure what she texted earlier. Oh, we're gonna have a golfing tournament tonight. Yes, we are. Bring your friends, bring your popcorn. We're gonna have a golfing tournament tonight. I'm so excited. All right. Winner takes all. All right, here we go. Something like this. This looks pretty great. I would love it if I could have it wear both arms, but this is like the problem with Chibis is that like their arms just don't stretch properly. And then it would like cover her friend. Yep, golf with friends. Golf with friends. Because if I do like this with, her hand, you just can't. I mean, she looks crazy, but you can't really see her face, and that's half the fun. But it would be pretty cool. It would be hang on, we gotta try it out at least. This would be pretty great. It would be pretty great. But will there be golf claps? Of course, Chrysanth. It's golfing. Actually, it's a lot more intense. There'll be golf yelling, golf screaming, golf frustration. All right, in your guys' humble opinion, let me get rid of, the bonus note me over here. Do you think if you can I don't know if you can see, maybe I should do it in a different color. Here. Should I do it where Nomi's got 2 crazy hands wielding this extreme monstrosity of a weapon, or should I just keep it where she's just holding one mighty hand over her head with the chainsaw? What do you guys think? I do like asking the chat. See the Fantastic Four with this week. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I mean, don't put all your hopes and dreams to it. It's not like it's not like it's Iron Man. Um, that's pretty it really ups her crazy if I do it where she's wielding with 2 hands. I might have to go that way. I think that would work. Let's color over. Let's just kinda intensify. I thought about getting the game a while back, but somebody reminded me, gotta have friends to play with. Risky, you could always play with us. We would love it if you played with us. Dude, you wanna play tonight? You wanna join us? I'm sure the girls won't mind. The more the merrier. I think you're allowed to play up to, like, I don't know, 8 people? Hang on. Let me search here. Besides, you can also play it solo. It's still fun playing it solo. Sometimes I do in my off time. How many people can play golf with your up to 12 people. That's what I thought. Up to 12 people. I think it saves 70% on your Golf with Friends Steam. Ooh. I know they have Golf with Your Friends 2 coming out, but there is no release date yet. You're all eagerly waiting. But it's not like it's a $40 game. So, it's a lot of fun too. So Riskit, you are more than welcome. I'm sure if I text the gals and be like, "Hey, could Riskit for the Biscuit join us?" They'd be like, "Oh my god, yes, more please." All right, let's get rid of this fist over here. Let's clean up a little bit and see if we like this new pose better than what we did. Yeah, I still gotta kind of fix the arm a little bit, but, like, basically, it would come out this way, so okay, get rid of this one. Have you finished that game, Riskit? The twist ending, I was not expecting. I was not expecting that game to end the way that it did. Oh, excellent, Riskit. I will let the ladies know. I will contact the ladies, and if they say, "No, he can't join us," I will say, "Well, fight me. I'll just invite you anyway." And of course, they would not have a problem with that. Would not have a problem. Alright, I think we have to go with this because it makes Nomi look way crazier. So I think this is it. I think this is it. Now I have to make a golf with your friends one. Oh, I need to dig it 30 minutes or less to acquire the last you got all the achievements. That game was wild. Like, it felt so stupid, but then it just kinda got addicting. Alright, lock it in. Here we go. I think this is good. I'm surprised at how good the chainsaw turned out. I'm gonna, of course, clean it up, make it refined, make it more fantastic. But, I think we've got Nomi off to a great start, and, let's see, let's get our other reference, our Nomi reference over here. She would need the wild, like, we're gonna have to give her, like, the crazy eyes. Yeah, like, the different shaped eyes, where there's just like And watching you did convince me to buy it. That's funny. It is. It's a crazy game that's fun. I y Alright, so there's something like that. For some reason, I tend to give Nomi, like, these bedroom eyes, but I think we're gonna go without that. Oops, don't wanna make Nomi's nose too big. We're just gonna get like I said, there's a similar game to where you dig out of prison. I saw there's one that's also like, the name is very straightforward, like, a difficult game climbing rocks. I think there's another one that's similar to that. Um, Then we gotta figure out what kind of face shape we gotta give Nomi here. Let's see. Oh, the dilated pupils. Here we go. We're gonna make her look great. It's the beginning stages are always weird because you gotta figure out where does everything go. Let me get rid of this. Of course, she doesn't have any hair, so it looks really weird too. We're gonna have her hair whipping in the wind. I seem to always get Nomi's hair really good, really well. Spot on, luscious, beautiful, curvaceous. Everybody else's hair is, like, difficult. Are you talking about Peak? No, it's not Peak. It's called, like, an extremely difficult game about climbing rocks or climbing or rock climbing, something like this. It's literally that simple of a title of a game. See, now she looks like she's on drugs. I don't like that. The bedroom eyes don't work for this. Um, let's try to see. It's all part of the process. Everybody always goes and looks really weird before it gets really well, or gets really good. It's a little off, I understand, but, again, we'll figure that out. Emmy's hair will be let's give her some hair. I have to figure out how to do that flowing, like, anime hair where the music comes on. Okay, well, we're getting somewhere. Some of these very blunt game titles are cracking me up. I know. You go on Steam and some of the dumbest games are out there. All right. Nomi's eyes are really weird, but I'm okay with this. The other thing is too, I gotta figure out what kind of outfit to give because, you get all these skins in Fortnite. So what's the best looking one? What's the type of style? Now, Nomi's eyes are a little bit deranged here, but we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. They're not quite where they need to be. So I think her mouth needs to go up more, like, maybe her head tilted a little bit more. Let's see. Come on, Normie. Also, I don't think that I gave her enough cheek. I think I usually make Nomi's face a little bit rounder, a little bit more round than my other characters. I just kinda have done that. So that looks a little bit closer to the other ones that I've done. I can't see Nomi's ears. And her nose is there, but I don't know, it might need to go up a little higher. We'll see. Yeah. It's a little too thick. Nomi doesn't really do really thick eyelash. Sometimes she does, but for the most part, her wings are usually up higher, and she doesn't do them very, very big. She doesn't do them very bigly. Gotta trust the process and ignore the disfigurements. Absolutely, absolutely, the Creatorverse. Do I need any of the DLC packs for golfing? So the DLC, stuff really is just, like, outfits. There's a couple of lands that I think but I think if you're paired up with other people, Riskit, that you are able to access it with them, because I think that's the case. I think I got, like, the horror fantasy land, and Nomi didn't have it, but she was able to play it with me because we were in a tournament together, but she wouldn't be able to play it herself. I think that's the case. This is getting better, it's just not quite the face that I need, so now I need to look at a reference for, I don't know, screaming Chibi? Oh my, this one's fantastic, it takes up, like, half of her face. Wait, I'm doing the wrong shape. Yeah, that's a little bit more. I want, like, really excited, exaggerated. Maybe I'll even give her some teeth. What I mean, like, maybe some sharp Nomi's just all about, you know. Her face is still a little wonky, but as long as I can get a general idea of what it's supposed to look like. I think the teeth kinda help, to be honest. There's just something about it. Oops. Like, the crazed look. Yeah, she's a little off, but it's okay. A little bit off, but it's getting there. I like what I have. Oh, yeah, well, she's missing her eyebrows too. Eyebrows are always hard. It's still not quite the face that I was going for, but I mean, I'm laughing and I'm having a good time, so I think that worked. I do think her eyes maybe they need to be smaller. Her face is a little bit shifted over to the side, so that needs to I have so much love for these chibis. I may not draw them myself beyond a few for emotes, but this is why I drop it in here too. Cute. And Tabitha, you were lovely about this. Thank you. Thank you. You know, we try. Okay, so this is off to a great start, but obviously it's still a little bit off. Um, it's still a little bit off. I think there's different kinds of crazy, as we all know, and I think that I want her to be like, oops, I think they want it to be more this kind of crazy, not like scared crazy, more of like angry, aggressive crazy. I think that's the crazy we're looking for because Nomi's always like, "Heck yeah, yeah, blow 'em up," you know, "Run 'em over." This is more of the expression that we're going for. Let's see if we can sort of kinda make our eyebrows match. But I think having her laughing would be, like, the ideal thing, like, it's I'm getting closer to what I want it to be, but it's still a little off, and that's always the study of facial expressions and things like that. Always the study because kinda like you definitely can tell it's an army. Excellent. Okay, then my job is pretty much complete. Can definitely tell it's an army. What gave it away? The crazy? The sadistically happy crazy vibes? Yeah, there's still something a little bit off about it, though, and I'm not sure what it is. It'd be this little and I obviously, things would be kinda different when there's color and stuff like that added, but I wonder Wahaha. I don't know if it's because we can't see her I don't know if her eyes are too big. I don't know. I think also let me see. I'm gonna take this, duplicate this, get rid of this, and we're gonna erase all of this except for the facial features because I think maybe because it's slightly off, this is what's tripping me. So maybe we get rid of all this, then we can kind of adjust as needed where everything else needs to go. There we go, just a floating face. You can hear her laughing now? Yeah, same, same. Alright, what am I getting there? I hate when this happens. Sorry. I can't do that. Ooh, bring that here we go. Oh, and I get rid of this, and we're gonna delete or erase rather Noma's face. I hope everybody's having a good day. I know it's only Tuesday, but I hope that it's going oh my, Nomi. Oh my. Right, here we go. Yeah, I think a lot of it was the placement. That's a little bit better, not perfect. It's mm, let me put this back. There's something it's not exactly what I had in mind, but we're getting there. It's just I wonder hang on. We're gonna duplicate this again, get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of her eyes, and then we're gonna do this and get rid of her mouth and nose. Yeah, there's some they're not working together harmoniously, so maybe that's what it is. Her eyes need to be down further. Excuse me. The Marmon phlegm. Alright. Nope. It could well, I might need to let's duplicate that again. I'm gonna get rid of her nose, and then we're gonna do that, do this, get rid of the mouth. I'm just trying to base it off of this, so her nose is up higher, kind of like this. I think that here we go. That made a difference, for sure. I think it's, like, something I wonder if it's because also Nomi doesn't have an ear over this way, and that is also kinda throwing me off. So I think sometimes. So sometimes even though you're gonna be hiding the details of your character, whether it's, one eye because you're gonna put bangs over top of them or you're going to be hiding their ear because their arm is out in front, sometimes the details like that can throw you off if you don't see them because you're not looking at it as a whole. It looks incomplete. So a lot of times it is important. This is one of the rules that I try to follow, and I totally forgot to do that just now, where draw the piece as a whole. Draw everything that you need to see in order to fix it later on, and you can always get rid of it, but once you have everything in its place, then you can move things around better and understanding where everything needs to be, and it just kinda tricks the brain into thinking that this is what's necessary until you have everything where it needs to go. Everything kinda helps point to where everything needs to go. John sees things I think because the eye on the left appears closer in perspective, it would have to appear larger. She looks bad like I told her we're breaking up. She looks bad? Well, I mean, she's supposed to look kinda crazy. Gotta head out. I hope you have a wonderful day, Tabitha, later. It's good advice. I gotta get back to practicing. Absolutely. So so already my brain kinda breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief when I see her ear oops, when I see her ear over here, and, so I'm just gonna put an ear here, even though, like I said, it's gonna get covered up, but it kinda helps me tell it kinda tells me where to place everything later on. So let me get rid of the hair and all this. We'll figure that out. It's one reason why I like the hair. Um, Mad Ops? Don't see, I might not understand what that I'm sorry. You might have sir, you need to explain yourself 'cause Tabitha doesn't understand. Jazz, hello and good morning. Hope you are doing well. But yeah, Mad Ops, now you do bring a good point where, whatever is closest to you looks bigger. So if we flip this, it is very oh, now she looks like she's looking at it. I'm a little scared. Wasn't expecting that. By the way, Rizkit, the ladies say you are more than welcome to join us, but yeah, normally this happens. So sometimes, yeah, we go around now she looks crazy. Now she looks like she's looking at us, guys. I was not expecting that. So thank you, John Z. So now it's like I can tell that let me see here, like her hair is crucial to this. So we might get rid of the ear now. And that's what it is. It's like, yeah, you crazier, exactly. Yeah, crazier. Nomi looks crazier. Um, so now if I do something like this, and obviously her hair is like way too big back here and everything like that, but with some definite movement going on here. Now we're doing it. See, all we had to do was rotate. Sometimes I forget the rules of artwork, and so it's like I needed John to remind me that whatever's closest to you will be bigger. So that made look at this. See, it's just the littlest things, just literally flipping the eyes and reversing them, made all the difference in the world. It made it all come together, much better. So, I still need some cleanup and everything, but now it's like, yeah, like, I can comprehend what I'm seeing. It looks better, it looks cleaner. Um, I'll have to get some practice rounds in. Don't wanna get beat by a bunch of It's on, risk it is on. Um, yeah, this is we'll probably have to give her, like, some of, like, these, like, crazy crazy wisps, like, just, like, frantic. I'll have to see how to do that. There's still I think her mouth is a little strange here, back end there. I think also, honestly, her face is a little bit there's something going on here as well. What are we doing to you? I'm glad Noe can take a joke. She understands. All in the name of science, in the name of art. Okay, so we're getting there. She's still it's still not quite as round as I'd like cutesy round. So I can just easily change the shapes there. But wherever this particular portion of, like, her chin is, it's kind of out of place. So, like, that dip that kinda indicates that there's a chin. She could message me later and be like, "So I saw you were drawing me today. Crazy? You wanna see crazy?" Uh, very blessed to have Nomi in my life. My life would be significantly less interesting without Nomi. I have to get some practice rounds in. Oh, what time is tee off? Rinske, I'll message you because I don't even know. Let me start that early right now. Let me just say, I'm gonna brace you, Risk It. You're gonna start playing video games with, our neighbors to the south, and so they're not always on time. Right, just be prepared. Bring your patience with Alright, alright, so Nomi's looking great here. Like, her hair is almost perfect, I just like I said, I always tend to get Nomi's hair just right, and, there's just something about something about Nomi's hair, and it's like this perfect wave that always comes. Time blindness is a disability. Okay, Chrysanth, it's not that we're asking a bunch of women what time, it's we're asking our slightly more melanated friends what time, and that's where it gets a little bit more complicated. If you know, you know. But if not, Rizkit and I will meet up. Rizkit, are you just gonna play with us, or do you wanna be on the Discord? We'll have to figure that out too. Alright, I'll clean that up later. Of course not, of course not. Nobody in particular. I love the crazy hair. Oh my girl, I love it. This is great. This is better than I expected. Okay, so we got Narmi. Normally, my chibis don't have necks, so this is, I think, what's also throwing me off a little bit. My chibis don't have necks, so let's get rid of that. Very rare instances where I allow my chibis to have necks. Yeah, there we go. Give Nomi some muscle. And give her a little bit of a waist here. Whoops, gotta keep it girly. It's not really the most girly pose, but, we do what we can. Now it makes it look like she's got this belly, so we gotta flatten that out over there. Girl anatomy. Such a bummer. Something like this, and cover your eyes, everybody. This is my least favorite part. Not because it's awkward, but because it's like it's not awkward. I'm an adult, it's okay. But it's difficult. It's difficult. Like, where do you put these things? Where do they go? Something like that. And then I think that is a good distance. It's very funny, like, you can join the voice chat, good. Good, good. It'll make it a lot better. So you can yell. We can hear Riskit yell. Mm, I'll get that figured out a little bit more later. It's funny that when it comes to that, particularly when it comes to female anatomy, like, just the slightest change, height difference makes all the difference, when it comes to making it look like proper anatomy, making it look like it works and it's not all janky. It's very interesting. There, we'll give her a little bit of a Trump. Alright, but then all of this then changes once we figure out what we need to put on there. I her leg is a little bit thick. Let's slide this up. That looks better for Fortnite. And then we'll figure out what kind of shoes she's gonna wear. But we've got, like, her body figured out, except for her hands, they gotta get, um I think once I get the chainsaw that I could better do the hands, but we've got a great oh, okay, so here's the other thing too. I think right here, the face, like this, like, she's got this weird section right here that is just really bulbous. I don't think my chibis usually round it in a little more, and we will probably put some hair and stuff like that there, but I think that helps more too. Yeah. I'll probably be yelling at myself for bad gaming more than anything. It'll be fun, Risky. I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna see if some other folks can join us as well. Make it a really full, fun golfing tournament. Breakfast time with family, excellent. I just had a little bit of sausage this morning, nothing much, just a little bit of protein and man, that looks fantastic. Nothing like turning your friends into raving lunatics at 10 o'clock in the morning. "Hey, it's memes of destruction. What's going on?" I said, "Hey, yeah, yeah." We're just turning Nomi into a homicidal maniac memes. Why? What's going on with you? Alright. So, got Nomi figured out. Now he's gonna figure out an outfit. I'm trying to remember when she plays Fortnite, like, what is it that she typically wears? Or if I just give her, like, a really colorful outfit. I don't wanna overthink it too much because then it's gonna take, like, way too long, but I'm just trying to think, like, um, what are some typical Fortnite outfits? Let's see. Fortnite skin. Here we go. Well, we could make her the banana, but you won't be really be able to see that. Like, maybe I should just stick with, like, classic, Fortnite skins that are easily recognizable. I know colors are a big, Kim Possible. I know colors are a huge part of that, um, but that's where that's at. Let's see. Hey, yeah, yeah. There's the cat one. I could turn her into Superman. Maybe I'll just put some, like, colors in her hair, maybe some streamers, things like that. Um, yeah, I don't wanna overcomplicate it, like I said, but it's very difficult because there are so many Fortnite skins out there. But the main element is, keeping it colorful, I think. So, I could turn her into the bear, but then I would cover up all what's going on is the noise gate in the mic is a bit hard. When you speak soft, your voice sounds choppy. Well, part of it is because part of it is that when I'm drawing, my voice goes over here, and I'll start speaking softer because I'm kinda thinking and concentrating. That's probably why. Is it better right now? Because right now my face is in the microphone. I'm speaking directly into it. I'm assuming it's better now versus when I'm talking softly over here. Let me know. Otherwise, I need to make adjustments again. I don't like talking loud all the time when I'm drawing because I'm concentrating, and sometimes we're talking about the secret sauce, and we're talking about the spice of life, and maybe I should just make Nomi like the OG girl where it was just like because it did take forever for her to get the skin. I sent her money to buy a skin because it was like, "You can't just be dressed around like a random person anymore, like, let's make this real." And I was trying to send her the, Splinter skin from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it didn't work out. So, but maybe I should stick with the OG. It's kind of like this, like, combat Lara Croft kinda skin. You can do that to Nunu. But is my microphone better, guys? Am I doing better? Am I out there? Can you hear me? Is it still choppy? Oh, there's the fish one. There's so many choices, but, honestly, guys, it's a noise gate is a frequency setting that limits the mic's ability to use certain sound levels. It sounds choppy? I haven't changed anything, I don't know. It's been that way the whole time? That sucks. Great. I don't know how to change that because I just literally have my microphone plugged into my computer and I'm going through StreamYard. Sounds fine, but for the most part, just occasionally sounds like you're talking through a can. Even when my face is directly in front of the microphone, like, that's not good. This is like a newer mic. It's a better mic. It's Rode. Hmm. You sound like you're underwater a bit. Real Wade Nation Gaming Club says you sound fine. I'm using Stream. I do know that StreamYard has, let me see here. They have this feature. They have like reduce the mic background noise, adjust the volume. Maybe I should turn that off. Echo cancellation. It could be some of this stuff. I've always had it turned on, and I don't know. I know StreamYard's been having their issues, and the people have been speaking out. It says, "Oh, wait, now you sound fine." Great. Oh, man. It's like it fixed itself. It's very possible. Yeah, I know Mo's been crying, and I don't mean that disrespectfully, like, he's been crying out loud and proud about what the issues are with StreamYard. Um, yeah, well, I mean, I guess as long as it fixed itself. iCanalist says, "Might be funny to see her in that unicorn onesie." No. You've done it. iCanalist, hang on. I'm just gonna write unicorn. We're gonna make her into the unicorn. It'll be kinda hard to see the horn. It might have to come out, like, over here somehow, but I think that would be kind of fun. If I don't do one of us will have to be the unicorn. One of us. I know, technology, the future! Um, dear God, some of the stuff that's coming in the future, I am not honestly, I'm not really looking forward to. But one of us will have to be the unicorn. All right, that is settled. That's what it is. One of us has to be the unicorn, whether it's Nomi or not. It might need to be somebody else, like maybe like Joe or Sevi's character. I think Sevi would be really cute as the unicorn. Just because Nomi's got a lot going on over top of her, and so you won't really be able to see the unicorn, like the head, the eyes, the snoot. So, but I think that's great. We're gonna use the unicorn for sure with one of the other characters. Let me get rid of some of these things. So this is kind of the idea. We're off to a fantastic start. Um, I do see that now I've gone over the time, but I'm gonna try to get on a regularly schedule. I've got some fun things. Look, for everybody that's been hanging out with me, welcome to after school program. I am going to show you some stuff that I'm working on, and I'll reveal more information about it later. Later, hang on, let me hide this real quick. I can't reveal all my secrets. Um, but here we go. With permission of a certain somebody, we're working on, well, I am, um, a fun little baby book. So that's all I'm going to say for now. I'll let your minds wander where it will. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I've been working hard on a lot of artwork. I'm changing my art style for this particular project. So that's another reason why things are taking so long and kind of why I haven't been streaming as much, but I'm going to change that. I wasn't quite sure if I should reveal anything, if I show that looks interesting. Well, if you know what it is, you know. But of course, I want this to go on a bigger scale than just because of the inside fellowship meme. But yeah, we're going to be doing some more with this particular character. We're going to be doing a lot more with this character. And I probably will try to invite you guys along for some streams where we're working on this little baby book. Um, That'll be really fun, and I can reveal some more artwork, but that's all you're gonna get out of me for this particular one. I'm in love with this design. I think it's adorable, and I'm very happy with it, and like I said, if you know who this is, then you know, but, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna work on that to get that out and about, but, yeah, yeah. Gonna be really cool. Let me see here. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Always, always a pleasure. Will there be a baby cobra? Oh, thank you. Tabitha Art Treasure. Risk it. I will message you when I have more information, what to do, or what time. I know, big brown eyes, and of course, this is not baby Tabitha. This is a boy, based off of a man, based on the internet. But Brisket, I will message you. We will be in contact, and let me make sure that my entourage gives me a time frame of when we're going to be golfing. So tonight, baby Canadian bear. I know. Any cute, Chrysanth? Any cute? He's going to go on a little adventure and he's going to go find some friends. And it's going to be great. I can't wait to bring you along for this little journey. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Be sure to hit the like button on your way out and subscribe if you're new here and you enjoy content like this. I've also got some fun videos up. My K-pop Demon Slayer video is gaining traction, whereas my Fantastic Four and Superman videos are not. Huh. It just kind of writes itself on the wall, doesn't it? But until next time, guys, thank you so much.